The following is a special presentation from MTN, the Montana Television Network.
KTVQ Sports proudly presents Pal Panther football.
The Pal Panthers trying to regroup and rebound after the injury to their starting quarterback, Ethan Asher, who is still recovering, as the Panthers will try to play and win without their starting quarterback. A couple have stepped in, though, including Landon Langfelder.
Ethan left the house about 7:30. Like he does every day, was headed out the door and just kind of yelled back, "Love you," to me, because I was across the house and his dad was in the doorway with him. And just a typical day. There wasn't anything off, or actually it was a really good day. Second day of school, the kids were pretty excited. He was really excited about football. Everything was just kind of playing out for his senior year.
It was Tuesday, August 27th. As Ethan made his way to school, his truck drifted just off the right shoulder. He overcorrected. His truck rolled 3 times. Ethan was not wearing his seatbelt and was ejected from the truck.
I think every parent's worst nightmare is that phone call of, "Hey, you need to get to the hospital." Just that gut-dropping feeling. Your whole world stops.
Emergency responders were able to stabilize Ethan before he was life-flighted to the Billings Clinic.
We measure injury severity scores for patients who come in, and he was one of the most injured patients that we had come through Billings Clinic in 2019.
Ethan had severe head and brain trauma, a tear in his aorta, and a heavily damaged spinal cord that left him paralyzed from the waist down.
A spinal cord injury by itself is something that's extremely difficult to recover from. So that on top of a brain injury like Ethan had makes recovery, a meaningful recovery, even less likely. We had really no idea whether he would make it through a trauma this severe. We thought there was a pretty reasonable chance he would die from his injuries.
We knew there's big things planned for Ethan. His whole life we knew he had a purpose, and we knew that it was big.
The emotions that you go through, the roller coaster of the moment, was terrifying. It was hopeful. It was like just immediately, Andy and I both just began to pray right off the bat. God, please save our son. Whatever's going on, just give us the strength to get through this. God, just show up, is what we just kept saying. Just be here with us. And we both just had this overwhelming, get him through this, God, and whatever we get on the other end is fine. Like we will deal with whatever, just please don't take our baby, is really what it was.
That's so good, buddy.
The first time it was really hard. I had to step out of the room. It was hard to keep myself together, and the time before that we were all having fun. We were all hanging out in the locker room after practice, just laughing, just hanging out and being friends, and then the next time I saw him, he was in a bed in a coma, and it was very, very hard to see him like that.
It's been a tough week and a half. I know for the whole team. Ethan really had an impact on everyone around him, and he was one of my best friends, and I didn't even know him for very long. I just didn't know why Ethan had to go through something like that.
Ethan was a guy that was honest. He was an incredible leader, and he was someone that all the guys rallied behind. When Ethan was going somewhere, he had guys following him. And as our quarterback, he was really what you wanted, because he was out to make everyone better.
he's a leader, and you want to work as hard as you can for him every play, and he's just someone who always picks you up.
As Ethan was fighting for his life, the Powell Panthers were fighting for the courage to move forward, fighting for a purpose to carry on the legacy and spirit of a fallen teammate.
People are looking around a little bit and they're wondering, what next? What do we do? But we all knew what Ethan would want us to do, and that is to keep going and keep pushing, because his life was football.
4 days after the accident, doctors were able to fuse Ethan's spinal cord and realign it to near perfection. As Ethan's condition improved, the Panthers' first game in front of their home fans inched closer. Shouldering the weight of winning was heavy, and no one knew that feeling more than Ethan's parents, who had written a stirring message for the team.
Don't just play for Ethan. Play for the win. Play for the title. But most of all, play for the brothers standing next to you and for the one that cannot. Don't quit. Don't stop. Now bring it.
It said go for the win.
Let's get it up, guys.
Play for each other, play for the brotherhood. And that allowed our boys, I think, the confidence to say, yeah, it's okay to go out there and play hard and do what we love to do, and that's to play football. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all. But as hard as that is, it's not meant to make sense. But just to continue to trust and know that things are for a reason, and I think that that's what helps so many people drive on.
All right, hey, let's go now. Let's go, baby.
Every day you don't know what it's going to bring, but I do know that there is a plan, and his plan is good.
Touch!
Abraham out of the I formation. Langfelder turns, hands it off to Abraham. Abraham breaks the tackle, breaks another tackle, into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! 22-yard carry by Cade Manners.
I just think that he's always on the field with us, mentally, not physically yet, but he's definitely out there with us, and I was just so happy and just loved holding his jersey.
On this night, the Powell community raised over $30,000 for Ethan and his family. A week earlier, 160 miles south of Powell, the town of Riverton raised more than $6,000 for the Asher family. And the list goes on. Parents and players from around the state and country offering support for someone most of them have never met. And at the heart of it is a family with incredible faith, strength, and love.
Their faith is inspiring, and it's, they've been upbeat, since the whole thing happened, and it's just really a testament to their courage and their faith that they're able to, go through this, and it's just been awesome to see.